Ken versus the Mika.
Ken is a character, man, that I'll give Christy credit. The character's been nerfed kind of into the ground over the years, but I'm not too sure how I feel about him now at this point. What I can tell you is I think Mika is extremely strong.
You know, one of the craziest adjustments that they actually made is the second hit to his Tatsus got buffed.
Yeah.
It makes me think that they have something in mind that we just don't know yet.
That could be true.
Going into it, we're seeing the V-Trigger 1 still from the Mika players. V-Trigger 2 from Ken. Although a lot of people are saying that it's not as good as V-Trigger 1, I like that we're seeing it.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Art, I think the names are swapped right now. I'm pretty sure Aftaburn is the Ken player.
Yeah, I believe we saw Shady a while ago.
Yeah, Shady was playing Mika earlier.
Round 2. Fight.
Using that jump roundhouse, or not, sorry, stand roundhouse, fully charged up, is +2 on block.
Nice.
EXP
Gonna
should
wake up with it. Nice. Good break. Although Burn is dealing with the drop kick, it does have high startup. He could be DPing it or checking it out of the air.
Yeah, I would say if your reactions are on point, you can medium punch, dragon punch it. It does have upper body invincibility.
Ooh. Just going for the resets constantly. Shady finally getting the stun. Ooh, that was unnecessary.
Wants to call out the homie. If I die, that's how I want to die. Just 2 booties right in my face.
By a
Death,
double.
Death by snoo snoo.
A double muscle buster.
Yeah, man. That's the way to die.
That's a pretty good way to die. What if, like, instead of, like, 2 girls, it was going to be, like, I don't know, so, like,
still the best
Jeff
way to
Cobbs
die.
and Samoa Joe.
Still the best way to die. No question.
All right, we're seeing Shady pulling it through here. The Mika still doing work with the V-Trigger 1. I'm glad that I was afraid that with the potential of V-Trigger 2, that V-Trigger 1 was not going to be seen at all anymore, but the Mika players, I think they know when to pull out the V-Trigger 1.
Yeah, I definitely think there's some matchup specifics that they're thinking about when they're picking these V-Triggers.
Yeah.
I think especially against Fireball characters, you'd want to use V-Trigger 1. Just kind of a way to get in. She put her arms up in the air, and then they know, the Fireball character knows that Nadeshko's going to be flying from this guy, and they're not going to be able to throw out those Fireballs anymore. So it is a little different. However, if I'm playing Mika, I'm always picking V-Trigger 2 because it's so ridiculous.
Nadeshko comes out with a chair. That's all you need to say. Even if it was bad, I was just like,
ridiculous.
I just want to whack people with a chair.
I'm picking it.
Ooh. Immediately into the Brimstone, shove them towards the corner. Reset. Nice crouch spears.
Yeah, gets himself out of the corner.
You can do a neutral jump to punish the full charge roundhouse, but the problem is that you got to do it preemptively.
There you
like
go,
that.
just like that.
And you might as well use jumping round or jumping fierce because it has such a good
heavy
hitbox.
attack at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, Aftaburn had the connect on Shady and just didn't confirm.
Oh, she into the Shinryuken?
He did not mash it. I'm not sure why. If he would have mashed it, he could have gone on to super and landing, and he would have taken the round. Instead, he chose to not mash out that V-trigger, and Shady takes the round instead.
Yeah, interesting decision there. I don't know, maybe he doesn't know that he can link critical art afterwards.
I mean, you would think that if you're a Ken player, you should pay attention to that.
It'd be the one thing I would note from the V-Trigger 2, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, big jump in. In a great position here. That stun's still real high, but the crouch fierce is going to switch the corner
into the reset. Big punish from Ken. Yeah, there it is.
Goes for the classic. Nice.
And the punish.
Oh, that could have been into
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no, this is a scary situation.
Oh,
He's got
punish.
Trigger
That's
one.
so punishable. It's at least -5.
All right.
All right, he finally gets on the board the round. Man, I was worried when he didn't connect with that EX Peach, or he didn't punish the EX Peach properly.
I think he didn't want to spend the critical art because he wanted to keep it for this round, but at the same time, that's a greedy play, and hey, what do I know? It worked out. All right, command throws all the way into the corner. Oh, one more time.
Give me another one.
Oh,
DJ Khaled.
It would have
worked.
worked.
And the naval splash.
TP's out of there finally. Oh, gets thrown out of the stunner.
And again, yeah,
Nice.
he's reading those now. Again, doesn't mash. He could have built that meter to go into the super. It does a ton of damage. Ooh. Oh my, getting these straight hits, but not confirming. Aftaburn is fighting back now, but if you just confirm these hits into any special, he could have won already.
Yeah.
But does tie it up 1-1 either way.
One of the great things I actually think Street Fighter V did is that they have a little audio cue when you get the counter hit. So
Yeah.
it is so when I'm playing at home, when you're trying to fish for counter hits, you can actually react to sounds faster than you can react to something with your sight. So you just think about, you just sit and listen for it, you hear the counter hit sound, and then you can, you know, confirm off that. I actually think that's why a lot of players like Momochi, who are crazy good at confirming, is because what they do is they have a trick to confirming, something like that, or like looking at animations or something specific. Not like reacting to a character as a whole, but like something like, remember a while back in Street Fighter 4, we used to say like, how did Jai react so fastly? It's because he was watching the meter, and right when it would move, he would confirm into super or an ultra.
Makes sense. But here we go, Aftaburn trying to make this comeback on Shady, who's looked dominant, really. Wow, the Tatsu whiff into the target combo.
Run pressure, tried to get out with that crouch fierce, but the neutral jumps from Aftaburn have been on point.
Oop.
Nice.
And again, Shady is back on the ropes. I don't understand what's happened here. It's like he's feeling tentative now. He's not playing the game that he was before. I think the biggest adjustment that Aftaburn has made is he's looking for those charge-up roundhouses.
Yeah, right. And
he's been neutral jumping in them all.
And it feels like Shady is maybe struggling without being able to get that free pressure he was getting before. All right, gets thrown into the corner. Just backs up. Oh, and Aftaburn, I think he knows that he can make Shady overextend. He gets giant thrown into the corner. Nadeshko.
Using the EX Fireball. Keeping himself safe. And there's a charge roundhouse finally, but doesn't confirm. Aftaburn bringing this back.
4 in a row there. Goes for the overhead. Is pretty much done. If he gets one hit, he can confirm into that critical art. Oh, he could have done it right there.
And no anti-air. That's going to do it.
Yep.
And Aftaburn turning that all the way around. Like I said, I think the biggest adjustment is he just stopped eating all those stand roundhouses.
Yeah, that was a huge deal. And as soon as he stopped eating those stand roundhouses and basically giving free pressure to Shady, he was asking Shady to take some risks.
Yeah,
trying to go
Shady
in.
didn't know what to do from there.
Yeah, and was getting checked at every avenue. I also thought there was something pretty interesting in the matchup was that he went for V-Trigger 2 in the matchup. And all things considered, V-Trigger 1 is probably still better for the matchup in order to make comebacks and stuff like that. However, having a 2-bar versus Mika
let him use V-Reversal a little bit more.
Lets you use V-Reversal a little bit more so you can get out of those Nadeshko mix-ups. So something to consider when you're considering that 2-bar, 3-bar mix decision between your things is that maybe one is better just for the matchup at that specific point. And that was a pretty good thing because that way he can still get a V-Trigger like in the middle of his life without spending too much, with being able to spend a V-Trigger.
Right, yeah, for sure. It looks like coming up we have Squall versus Trey. I'm pretty sure that's who that's coming up right now. I saw these guys playing last night in the team tournament. Squall is well known throughout the Midwest. He's a very strong Necalli player. He's actually moved to Florida now, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
And I've been told that Trey, I believe, is from Iowa, so not too far from Illinois.
No. Yeah, but we saw Trey play in the 3v3. He was doing really well. Really, but you know, playing in the 3v3 and playing a lot of first to ones is different than playing a first to three.
Yeah, it's a much different situation.
Yeah, and you know, playing a first to three or playing a best of one in a new game is rough.
Yeah.
So playing a best of three at least gives you the opportunity to see what's the new stuff and hopefully make adjustments on the fly. But yeah, I mean, you're saying Squall being a Necalli player.
Very strong.
One of the characters that I think maybe didn't get as much nerfs as we thought we were going to see and get nerfed. That V-Trigger 2 ended up, although I thought maybe it was like...
V-Trigger's dope now, man. He spits out that weird fireball out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Looks like he's yakking up some blood. It's gross.
I thought, all things considered, that we were never going to see V-Trigger 2.
Oh, this Rath? That's not Trey, that's Rath. What am I thinking? They both have similar hair, all right? They have, like, literally the same hairstyle.
Yeah, we're actually going to see the V-Trigger 2. I'm surprised considering I thought we'd never see it. Like, I thought that the V-Trigger 1 for Necalli was just too strong of a buff to give up, right?
Yeah.
But we're seeing it for some players, and that's good to see.
Round one. Fight.
One of the biggest nerfs, actually, that is going to be considered in this matchup is that blocked V-skills doesn't give as much meter for V-Trigger, which means that, you know, what you're going to be normally doing to try to poke out Menat is not going to be as rewarding.
Sure.
Good check. However, Necalli's pressure is super strong. Rath is going to have to play some good defense.
Yeah, but he does have those long-range buttons to kind of compete with any of the seismos that Necalli wants to put out there.
Nice
Keeping the pressure up. Oof.
Nice. Going to shove towards the corner. The pressure.
Is he going to put her into the bank? No, he backs off. And there's a gross fireball. That's a morning breath. Just
go. The normals of Necalli still so strong, even versus a big zoner like Menat. Oh, the big jump in to start off. Gonna use the meter to get her all the way towards the corner.
Oof!
That stun's already super
high.
Oh,
a little bit too early on the command grab.
Yeah, that was critical. Rath now has a second chance at life here. Oh, good block of the mix-up.
Yeah, no confirm from the overhead on Menat. That overhead is super slow, but man, it's tricky.
There you go. Doesn't confirm off the low forward. He does have a critical art to end this if he gets one hit.
Oof, jumping in. The anti-air jab trades. Okay, there we go.
I'm actually surprised he didn't spend the critical art to just finish it off, but, you know, finishes it off anyway. Squall taking the first game. Pretty convincing. Rath,
yeah,
although...
and Rath looked really good earlier when he played. He's definitely not a weak player, but like I said, Squall is a staple of the Midwest, even though now he's moved away.
Yeah.
And he's been pretty dominant throughout the Midwest in the time that he was here. So.
Yeah, and I also think that Rath, in the previous game, we saw him make some pretty good adjustments as well. So maybe he's taking this extra time and doing just that. See what he's considering right now. It is I would consider this to be a tough matchup, although Necalli might struggle to
Gonna
get
switch
in.
to Balrog.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I would consider that to be a tough matchup for Menat, considering that the risk reward once Necalli gets in is so skewed towards him that he only has to make a couple of guesses to take the rounds.
Definitely.
So switching to the Balrog. Balrog will have some strong buttons to contest Necalli.
Oof.
Yeah, and
doesn't want to deal with the seismos anymore.
Yeah,
he's gonna dash punch right in there.
There you go. 1, 2, 3.
Overhead, that's punishable, yes sir.
Mm-hmm. 1,
and
2,
again
3.
waking up.
Oh, what a check. Rath's already done a lot better. The bigger normals have helped him shove Squall all the way to the corner, activates V-Trigger, Gets him out.
Just jumping away. I like it. That morning breath. Blech.
Oh, he gets hit by it.
Wow, what an answer. That could have been curtains if that would have been blocked.
1-2, activates the V-trigger, good check. There you go, trying to put the pressure on.
And Rath does have a bar. Oh, he goes through the morning breath.
Blocks the last second, but Squall still has a second of V-trigger left. All right, letting it run out.
That's rough.
There you go, smart from Squall to back up there, just waiting for that V-trigger to run out and then going back in. Double stomp. Goes for the 1-2-3 to check.
Oof.
Nice. Trades in his favor. Squall already has a healthy life lead.
Using that sand roundhouse just to keep him at bay. That's negative. Ooh.
There you go.
Big damage. That's a chunk.
Yeah, spends all his bar for it too.
Squall waking up with that jab.
Ooh. Yeah,
yep, and that's going to do it. Smart stuff. Don't even give him a chance.
Yeah, surprised to see him actually use a lot of that meter in the V-trigger activation, considering that V-trigger activation now counts as 2 hits instead of 1.
Yeah, I mean, it still did a chunk of damage, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Brought him to the corner, gave him the opportunity to maybe win, but...
It's true, definitely. But, I mean, Balrog was probably one of the harder hit by that nerf, specifically, that overall change.
for sure. I feel like Necalli, too, actually. Necalli definitely was one of those characters where you would almost want to pop into V-trigger immediately and go to a full combo.
Yeah.
But we're not even really seeing that from Squall and other Necallis anymore, so a lot of players feeling those nerfs.
I think that's good to see. I think that the change was a good one because you want to see that V-trigger not just popped for, you know, confirm a big normal into a combo.
Sure.
You want to see it also popped to neutral or popped as defensively or just pop for pressure. It gives those other options more weight.
For sure.
One of the things I actually wanted to note real quick about Squall was that in that matchup, he understood that he had to go to the stand roundhouse in order to contest Balrog, because it was like the only button that he has that has any range to contest Balrog, and he was doing it at the right time. And then with that, he was playing the matchup around it and getting those jump ins and getting the pressure that he wanted. So it was really smart play from him.
Yo, so I have an update for you guys. So so currently all the pools are done, and semis is gonna start in about 10 minutes.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I have to step off and go play Marvel anyways.
Yeah, so we can take a little bit of a break. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Tubbleware. You can follow me at Tubbleware.
Yeah, well,